Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel. My name is
Hi.
Uchenna.
And I'm IJ, of course.
And we're missing Diora, but she couldn't make it. She's probably partying too much to spend any time with us, but that's okay. But this is the last day of 2021. Can you believe it?
I can't believe this year has gone by so fast and so quick. I mean, I just can't.
I can't either.
Believe how much time has passed by. And like, it's going to be 2022 in a couple of hours. It's ridiculous.
That's it. So we wanted to give a toast to goodbye to 2021 and hello 2022. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, we missed you guys. It's been 2 weeks. And so we are happy to be back. And
yes,
tonight we are going to talk about Ready to Love, season 4, episode 11.
And I took notes, honey. I took notes for you guys because this was a good episode, I do believe. And it brings us a little bit closer to figuring out who's going to be with who. Or who we think is going to be with who.
And who should be with who and who shouldn't be with who.
Yes, because I have notes. I wish they would just listen to us.
I know. So do you want to just start with the juiciest thing that happened tonight?
Yeah. Well, first I want to say, Uchenna, we want to thank all of our new followers, the people that are commenting below, because we actually read those comments and learn from them. Yes,
we love it.
So we want you guys to continue to comment below, like, follow us, or subscribe. Okay, and turn on your notifications so that when we get ready to post, because honey, we got some news to tell you guys, some of the new shows that we're going to be doing, and they're going to be live. So, you know, we might have guest appearances. You never know.
You got to stay tuned.
Yes, you do. So yes, let's start with the juiciest drama. It was ridiculous.
Shiloh and Phil?
Yeah, I didn't even understand. She was angry is what it was.
So do you think that she was legitimately mad at what happened that night or what has been happening since the getaway?
Let's keep it real. She was mad at what happened at the getaway. At the getaway, she was all giddy when he leaned over and gave her a peck, like a brotherly peck in my instance. And she was giddy, but then she said later on, she thought about it on the drive home and realized that, wait a minute, he never answered the question. He just shut her up by giving her a peck on the cheek and a hug or whatever.
So do you think that was the first kiss? Because she seemed really happy to get some affection from him. So maybe
that's what she said. Yeah. He gave her physical affection, not verbal. And she was excited over that. But it was a platonic physical affection.
But was that the first one? So maybe that's why she was so happy.
Maybe I think
they had kissed before.
I think so. And if that was a kiss, I'd be like, oh no.
Yeah, it's platonic, like you said, platonic. No. So I was trying to understand what happened. And it seemed to me like, for me, and I don't know her history. I don't know what happened to her in the past. It seems like there was some type of physical abuse that happened in the past. And I feel very sorry for her for that. And I can see how it would cloud, you know, interactions with men now. But from someone like an outsider looking in, it didn't seem to me that he meant it in any type of harmful way.
She said so. But people don't understand. For those that didn't watch the show, let's bring them through to what actually happened. They said they met up at a bar. And they were there talking. She brought up the fact that, you know, he never gave her a clear-cut answer to her question of, where am I at? Are you feeling me? Kind of question. He shut her up with a kiss on the cheek and a hug. And so she never got an answer. So she was asking.
No, it was a kiss on the lips.
On the lips. It was a peck though. It wasn't
But at the bar, at the bar.
At the bar. She, you know, she asked him that question. And like Tommy said, when they meant to go meet Tommy, maybe that wasn't the best place to have this type of conversation. I don't know. They hadn't been drinking heavily. He only had one shot. He's a big guy. He can handle one shot. I'm sure he's had more than one shot. And she wasn't drunk or inebriated neither. And so, you know, on their way out, leaving, they began the conversation again. And this time it got heated. I'm sure she was upset because he
wouldn't give her an answer.
Right. And isn't she a relationship coach or something like that? I think Dior had said before that she's a relationship coach. So her being a relationship coach, she knew instinctively that he wasn't feeling her. And that, I think, got her.
Well, I think he was feeling her, but he wasn't ready to say, you're my number one, which is what this whole experiment is about, you know?
And with you acting like that, I don't think that you're going to be his number one now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, she should have thought about that.
Well, so they started arguing on the way out, it escalated. And then this was like at 4 and 5, between 4 and 5 in the morning. So it was really late. She was walking in towards an alley, and he didn't feel like it was a safe place for either of them. So he kept on telling her, come back. She's like, no, she kept on walking. She felt safe. And so to stop her from—
she was heated. I don't think she felt safe. I think she was heated and, you know, wasn't thinking clearly about where her surroundings, her environment, and anything. But he was cognizant enough to say, this isn't safe, and I'm not even feeling safe here, so I'm not going to let her walk down that alleyway. And he just picked her up and brought her. I myself, not because I've not experienced, you know, physical abuse or emotional abuse or verbal abuse, so I can't say how I would react. I don't know what she's gone through, but to me, I felt that was a protective mode. Did you?
It was, but you know, not every woman feels like she needs to be protected by a man. She feels like that she's able to take care of herself, which is completely fine. So I think her reaction isn't a reaction that most people would have had. I think there were a lot of issues behind it, which kind of clouded how she reacted. So for him, he thought he was doing nothing wrong. For her, she felt that he was doing something wrong. And when she first spoke to Tommy, she said that he wasn't trying to hurt her. He wasn't trying to do anything. And Tommy was like, well, I'm glad to hear that. But then when he picked her up and guided her back to the car. So that's the thing that she didn't like. She told him, I don't want to be touched, but he picked her up and just carried her to the car, to a safe place. And so that's what she was upset about. And so when they met with Tommy, explained everything that was going on, and then they said, let's talk about it later. And then they went to their group session with the girls, and she told them what happened. And then she also said again, he wasn't trying to harm me. He thought he was protecting me.
And I thought that was really good of her to say that, so so she's not smearing his name and making him to be this like Neanderthal man that, you know, takes what he wants and it's his way or the highway. He's an alpha male. No, he was just being protective. And like he told her, I didn't feel safe going that hot. She goes, well, why didn't you follow me then if, you know, instead of moving me? He goes, I myself didn't feel safe going down that alleyway at 4 or 5 in the morning. You know, so that's what I chose to do. And I agree with him. I would rather have you be angry at me physically touching you and guiding you to somewhere where it's safe than something happening to you and then people saying, well, why didn't you go and grab her? What did you do? You know, He kept them both safe. So to me, that's a win-win. But in the end, he could have prevented all of this by saying, you know what? I'm not ready to say who's my number one.
Maybe he did say that. We don't know if he said that or not. And maybe
they could have cut it out.
Ready to receive it.
Yeah. Right. They could have cut it out of the conversation. I don't know. But I thought that whole entire thing was kind of overblown, right?
For me, it seemed like it was too much. But one thing that we forgot to mention was that when she met with him, because he said that he wanted to talk to her face to face, because they were still deciding if this relationship could continue. They met face to face. She came out looking hot and snatched. She looked good. And then I think it was like, this is the last time you're going to see me. So see me. I think that's what she was doing. And so he asked her, did you feel like I was trying to harm you? And she said, yes. She switched up her story. I think she thought about it more, got even more upset, especially after hearing what the other ladies' dates with the families were. And she didn't get to have that. So I think that probably got her even more pissed. And so when she met with him, he was like, yes. She said, yes, I felt like you were trying to hurt me emotionally, which was like, what? Okay, but that's what she said. And
he was not trying to hurt her emotionally. He was not trying to hurt her physically nor mentally. This, like you guys have told me before, this is a show where, you know what, everybody's dating everybody to figure out who you want to be with. And he wasn't ready to say, you're my number one or you're not my number one. You know, so I bet you $1 million she feels like I wasted my time. I could have been trying to pursue other people, but it's not Phil's fault that you chose to just to pursue him. You
and it's not his fault that he doesn't feel the same way about her.
Right.
You know,
set up your sexy game.
But she can't, yeah, she was looking hella old when she met with Tommy. I mean, sorry, she was looking old.
Yeah, I mean, like, truthfully, if you want somebody, be yourself. But if being yourself,
if there's a competition, you got to step it up. Period.
You got to step it up.
The guys have to step it up. They have to look good all the time.
They got to have that cha-ching to be taking you out and doing stuff and be exciting. You got to be looking good and suave.
He has to be looking good too. Both efforts have to be there on both sides. And so for her, I think she was just upset. That's why she threw out, you were trying to hurt me emotionally, which made no sense at all. And he kind of shrugged it off. And then she said, it can't go on. And it couldn't go on. There was too much animosity between them because of this incident for them to even try to patch it up.
Did you see he couldn't even look at her?
When they first, she couldn't look at him either. They were both.
Yeah, but she was looking at him more than he was looking at her. And Tommy had to finally say, you know, go ahead and look at her, you know. And I was just like, wow, he must have been angry that he didn't even want to glance over at her. And Tommy goes, you guys got to decide, is there anything left? No, Tommy.
Well, I think they still had feelings. She definitely still had feelings for her.
She would have.
And I think he had feelings for her.
I don't think he did.
I think he did, but not to the level that she had for him or that he has with Sydney.
Yeah, I think that where she messed up, and is it really her messing up? I don't
think it's her messing up.
But she just blew it out of proportion. She let her emotional feelings of not being his number one and him not telling her right away.
But we don't know who was yelling at who. So you can't just assume that she was the one who blew it out at the bar.
I doubt if you're right, but I don't
know.
I don't really see Phil as being an overly emotional person.
But they were, because they said that they both blew up. So he was being emotional, just as she was. And he said he wishes that he would have taken more control and de-escalated it, meaning that he was part of the problem. You know, but okay, we've talked a lot about them. There are other couples to talk about.
Can I talk about my favorite couple?
Okay, who is that? Because I don't have a favorite couple.
Okay, I have, and the reason why they're a favorite is because, of course, they're both parties are West African.
Yes.
So that's the only reason. So I like Frank and Mumen.
So I like
Mumen.
Mumen. I can't even remember her name. So
I know.
I do like her.
I do. I love her look. And
her makeup was good. Her makeup was not too much.
Yes, it wasn't too much.
It looked good.
It looked good. Her hair looks great.
Always.
Her wig looked great. And, you know, her skin just looked flawless on the show. I did. And, you know, I loved the fact that her father, her uncle, and her sister were there.
Yes.
You know, I thought that was beautiful.
I love they came out in full regalia. I thought they looked
really,
fabulous.
I was just like, okay, you're doing it, represent.
Right.
And so I was happy to see them there. And like when they spoke, the father said something, I can't really exactly remember what he said, but it just reminded me of Dad. And I was just like, oh, that little, you know, distinct voice. And I was like, oh, Dad. But I really enjoyed seeing him there. And the father.
And I was surprised that he was from Ghana. He doesn't look Ghanaian at all.
Yeah, he really doesn't. Good. We're gonna have to watch some more Nollywood movies.
So what?
We have to watch some more Nollywood movies.
Right.
Because sometimes they do have some Ghanaian people there. People like, oh, that's Nigerian. Yes, it is, but it does. Matter of fact, my husband watched a Nollywood movie with me. It was my turn to choose, and he watched it and he actually enjoyed it.
What was it?
It was a Christmas one. So I will send it to you, Chenna.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay, good. Send it to me.
Yeah, I will. So it was weird because, you know, everything was going good until they asked, is she the only one?
But he was being honest. And like
Yeah.
the uncle said, she explained, Mumen explained it to us, this is the process. And then they accepted it. Then they were like, oh, okay, I get it. So this is, and at least he was being honest, which is good.
I cracked up when the father said, you know, she's not the one to play with. If you want to play, she's not. I was cracking up.
That was good. That was
yeah,
good.
yeah. So
But what I didn't understand is at the end when the sister was like, oh, I can see him in a tuxedo and you guys walking down the red carpet. And then she was like, yeah, we'll be at the Grammys. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What's that all about?
I was like, is there something, do you have a record deal or something that we don't know about? Are you a singer? Because I haven't seen you sing.
Right. Yeah, I was like, where did that come from?
You know what? That's one of the things I heard when I was watching YouTube one day, a couple of weeks ago. They said that this cast is hard to like because a lot of them have things on the side that they do and nobody knows if it's for promoting. They said they have physical trainers, singers, and actors.
Oh, so it's all about the clout then.
Yeah, and I said to myself, but reading their little bio name, it doesn't say actor or singer.
No.
It says engineer and all this other stuff.
So maybe that's what they're aspiring to be and doing on the side.
Yeah, I don't know. So if anybody has any news about that, let us know. But I think that I like Frank and her together. I like Frank and Mumen together.
I do. Yeah. I think that she's what he needs to help him grow and prosper and to start adulting. Because for me, I feel like he's still living that promo life, that fast life, and not settling down. But I think she can help him develop into a stronger man and settle down more. And I can see them growing together because they're both like-minded. And she's out of that party phase, whereas Sydney is still in it.
Sydney is a child.
But she's not, she's 33.
Yeah, but to me, it's childlike. Her gestures, her look.
Her baby talk.
Yeah.
Her look.
Yeah. To me, it's childlike. So I agree with you. To me, Mumen is really polished, and that's what he needs by his side. Is a polished woman who's still attractive, who's still spicy and sexy and
classy.
Yes, and classy. That's what you need. Sometimes you got to think about what you need and not what you desire.
Right.
Because sometimes what you desire is not good for you, honey.
Right. At first, I didn't like Phil. I thought he was too much of a player. But now I'm starting to like him more, and he seems like he's more real, right?
Yes, I agree. Yeah. I agree with you. I agree. So let's get an easy couple out and out the way. Stephanie and Walter. I mean Sabrina and Walter. Kind of boring. But...
Before we talk about their relationship, can we please talk about her wig?
Oh my God, I have it in my notes. What did she have on her head?
I gagged when I saw that.
Somebody said, I got a wig for you to wear if you want.
It was so bad.
Didn't even color it, didn't even do nothing to it.
That's 613.
Color 613 bundles with the frontal. She would have looked so cute with the color 613 with some slightly rooted, and a nice bob. That's really sharp bob. Yeah, that's really sharp and to the point. That would have looked terrific on her. Not everybody needs to wear hair down their ass.
Well,
and I mean, it came straight from the pack, right?
It did. She didn't even brush it. She didn't wash it.
No, she just took it and put it on her head. And maybe fingered it a little bit like this to like.
Right.
I was like,
it was not a good look at all.
No. So I want to know, do your friends not tell you what you look like?
Well, they probably weren't there. So I'm going to give her friends a pass because I don't think they would let her, leave like that. So
yeah, stick to the short hair. It looks glamorous on you. You look sharp with that short hair. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for bringing that up because I did have it in my notes. I said blonde what?
Right. So how did you think their meeting with the parents went?
With her sister?
Oh, wait, no, it was her friend. Her sister. Her cousin.
Her cousin, yeah, Stephanie. I think it went good. She said that her friend liked him, and I thought it was funny when she brought up the fact that he's used to going out with younger women. But he did say, and I could see why younger women would be attracted to him.
Yes,
he's definitely a nice looking man. He keeps himself physically fit,
he's fresh.
Clean, fresh. But I also thought that, like he said, his wife, he's a widow, which I didn't realize that he was a widow. And that his wife would be her age right now. So when he's looking at her, he's looking at where his wife would be at. And so I thought that was refreshing. I thought that was refreshing and good.
I do. I agree with you. So they seem like a solid couple, at least this week. Next week seems like there's some drama. Right. They seem like the one couple who have chosen each other and no one else. Right.
For a while too.
Yeah, for a while too. Yeah.
What sits in the back of my mind? 2 weeks. Like, is this really only 2 weeks?
Oh, I don't think so. I think that person had it wrong. There's no way that this show was, maybe he was only on it for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
Late. But no, you know what? It was not 2 weeks, because Sabrina has lost a lot of weight since it first aired. I've noticed that she's dropped a lot of weight, maybe like 10 pounds. So you can't live.
I thought Mumen lost weight too.
She might have, but I didn't notice it as much as I noticed with Sabrina.
Because I looked at her, I was like, oh girl, you're looking slender. Her face was really looking slender. Okay.
So we still have Sydney and Phil.
Yeah, and then Sydney and Frank too.
Right. I was surprised that she had Phil meet her parents, but not Frank. She had her sister meet Frank.
That tells you who's more important.
I think Phil was more important.
Yes,
to her, right?
Definitely. Yeah. And Phil brought game. He brought red roses for her, white roses for the mother, and bourbon for the father.
So did you peep the difference between the flowers that Phil got and then the $9.98 flowers that Donta gave to Aisha's mother?
Yes.
It was the gas station flowers that he gave to the mother. It was so bad.
I was like, you can go to the Kroger's or a nearby grocery store and get something better than that. If it was last minute, could you not get 2 or 3 bundles to make it look really,
full?
Yeah, you're going on TV.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm glad you noticed that too, that I wasn't the only one.
No, I was just like watching and taking notes. I was like, but I thought that was really good that Phil did that. And I thought, okay, he's like bringing game. He's trying to do it right. And then did you hear the mother? I was kind of put off by the mother's first question.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, I was like, you don't need to know my finances. First of all, I don't know your daughter's finances.
Dating.
Yes. Matter of fact, we're barely dating. I'm dating somebody else. So, So Phil had 3 people actually.
I know. Phil is a man. I don't get it, but
yeah, I don't.
Ladies love Phil.
The ladies love Phil. I'm not attracted to him whatsoever, but ladies do love Phil. I didn't get it, but yeah. So I thought the mother was off. I didn't appreciate that, and I don't like the fact that Sydney's giddy all the time. Are people happy like that all the time and airheaded like that all the time?
I don't know.
So I feel like sometimes you need to settle down and be serious.
Or maybe it's just like a front that's really not who she is all the time. I can't imagine someone being like that all the time, but maybe that makes her feel youthful, being all giddy and, youngish like. I don't know.
But I feel like that's who Phil's attracted to. Because he put so much effort into it.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to put effort into something that you don't want. Right. So that one went okay. I don't really see anything about it.
And I don't feel like I know Phil's personality. Like
right. Yeah. I don't think I know Phil's personality. But you know what I thought was important for us to know? The mom said, treat my daughter right. treat my daughter right. And she began to cry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad.
I was like, wow, she must have gone through some hurt and breakup.
Right. Yeah.
So she began to cry on that, and we shall see what happened. We'll see what happens. But what do you think about Sydney and Frank's date with her sister?
I didn't think that it went that well. I mean, the sister didn't seem, first of all, they look nothing alike at all.
Nothing alike. I
thought that was like her best friend.
Me too.
Right. And so maybe it's probably like her half sister or something. So I don't think that the sister was really feeling him. I thought it went okay. He answered the questions well, but I don't think that the sister was like, yeah, this is the guy you should be with.
And no, and two, in the beginning, when the sisters were talking, Sydney said that he's going to be a good friend. She doesn't feel that fire. This is what she said. No spark, feels reserved around him. Maybe not feeling Frank.
Yeah,
I think so. If you're feeling reserved around him and no spark, that's going to be a bestie.
Right. Friend zone.
Friend zone. Let's turn that ticker on and turn it over to the friend zone section. That's where you're going to be at. While Frank is like, yeah, I felt sparks in her body, and no, Frank, not today.
Not today. Don't miss out on Mumen for her, because she's not feeling you like that. Right.
So I think that Frank should just let that one slide and go.
Right. So now we got to talk about Donta and Aisha.
Right.
Yeah, I liked her family. I liked her mom. Her mom was real chill, calm but serious, and
they look alike. They look alike.
Yeah, they do. And the brother was real serious and chill, and they liked him. And he seems like you could really see his personality, who he is. And I think he's a good guy. I think they have a good connection. Oh, they're the other couple that are with each other only.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Is Donta, because I want to make sure I got this correct, is he the guy with 3 kids?
Yes.
3 baby mamas?
Different baby mamas.
That would be so hard for me to get over. I don't care who you are. It would be hard to get over.
But it's good for her because she doesn't want any more kids.
Right.
So that actually works in her favor.
Right.
But
and let them know that 2 of them have already moved on and is with other people, and one is just there that there's nothing going on. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. But they seem really into each other. I think they're probably the strongest couple. Wouldn't you agree? Even more
I would
than Walter and Sabrina.
You think so? But stronger than Walter and Sabrina?
I think so, because they seem to have a real connection, both emotionally and definitely physically. So, and she's steadfast, so, and he seems like a pretty good guy. So I think that I think they have a strong connection.
Okay.
It's newer than Walter's and Sabrina's.
Right.
But yeah.
Right. So let's talk about the very end. What happened? Who left? What's going to happen next week?
Yeah. Shiloh was like, I'm out, which was good because she was out. So it was good that she decided to say it and
she didn't want to leave, but I think that's what her other anger was because she was going to have to leave because she didn't have any, she didn't have any, nobody else.
Prospects. Sorry, it says perspectives. Prospects.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I agree with you. So next week looks like it's the last episode.
Which I think is weird because usually we don't have this many couples.
Right.
And we still have people. Yeah, and we still have people with other people with multiple choices. Right.
So maybe next episode, they'll whittle it down to 3 left, and then we'll find out who's going to stay together or not. But they still have to meet the men's parents, right?
Are they going to?
Yeah, because I saw clips of the men's families.
Oh, well, I just want to tell you guys have a lot of commercials.
Yes.
A lot of commercials. It's
Long
ridiculous.
commercials.
Yeah, I can go to the bathroom, come back, warm something up and sit down, and I still got 5 minutes left. And we don't need 2 reunions. Not enough has happened during this season to warrant 2 reunions of anything. One
Just
reunion,
one.
pack it in, decrease the
2 hours long if you have to, one night. That's it.
Yes, that's it. Because that's all we need. There's not enough that happened during this season to warrant anything else.
Right.
But for all our viewers out there, I cannot wait to do next Friday.
Yes.
At 9 p.m. is what is it called?
Ladies Who List, Atlanta,
yes.
Right?
Yeah. But one property at a time, Ladies Who List. Yeah. No, right. On Netflix. There's another show on Netflix on Tampa.
I already watched it.
Yes, I watched it, and I have go ahead.
Did you watch Selling? So that's Selling Tampa. The other one is Selling
in LA.
No, it's not LA. It's Selling. It's in LA, but it's not called Selling LA. That's on this level. Selling Tampa's on this level.
Sure. Girl, why are we thinking the same thing? That's why we're sisters.
Selling Sunset. That's it.
Sunset. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. The first time I saw that, I was just like, "You guys are bragging about doing a $3 million, $9 million home? Like these bitches up here are selling like $50 million, $100 million.
Right.
And like they're dressing like out of couture and all the
they're shopping at Rainbow.
I know, man. Forget Rainbow. They're shopping off Instagram.
Yes, Alibaba.
I was like, at least their hairs were cute.
Yeah, they're beautiful women. All of them.
Yeah, and their makeup is great. Yeah, you guys are beautiful women.
They look fantastic. But the content, and the content of what's happening isn't really there. It was mainly about the broker than anything else, and her relationship with Ojo Cinco, which no one really cares about.
Yeah.
But
right. I love the girl with the short blonde hair.
Yes.
Love her.
I wish she would have her own brokerage, and I'll watch that show.
Yeah, she is one classy girl. Yes. And she leaves nothing. She will ask you, she's that one person you hate at work that always has something to say. Right. You're trying to be the boss. And
wants to be the boss.
Question. Yes, she's that one. Yes, she's that one.
Right.
But so
we're excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So we're excited about Ladies Who List Atlanta on OWN. And then next Wednesday, I think we have the first episode of Married at First Sight. I can't remember what city they're in.
Oh, they're in Boston.
Oh, Boston. Okay. Yes. So so you'll be seeing us 3 times next week. So we are ready for you, and we can't wait to do it.
Yeah, right. All right. So cheers to a near year. Cheers to a new year.
Right.
And we will see you guys in 2022.
Yes. Happy New Year, everyone. Please be safe.
Be safe and put the mask on. Not that you guys.
Yes, exactly. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.